A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll take this to the 46. From the 46, here's second down and 8.
And this one's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Operating from the gun, Henry.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
On 4th down, Henry.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Back to Nwangwu again on first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll look to run with Nwangwu.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
They begin with Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked. but also the two tight ends, they block well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
More now.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Moore.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Moore. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Nwangu now from his in.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Kene Nwangu.
Touchdown, Vikings. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Fighting through, and he's got space. How about this? And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, this is Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Moore on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute.
Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Now 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Henry.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Moore.
He rifles one, and that's It's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
3rd down. Moore. Throw left side complete. That's Harris.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Now Moore on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Moore. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Moore, the man in motion.
On 2nd down, here's DeWanger.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on 1st down. Henry.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Henry. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Moore. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Henry. Caught. It's Wilson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
79 Broncos.
A final shot before break. Henry.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Moore. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Moore throwing on 1st down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll hand off to Hull.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Moore now to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Trap 60, trap 60.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness,
70.
there's a premium for all of that now.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short of 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. On 4th down, Henry.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down, and they celebrate a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Hurry, hurry.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Looking to throw. Henry. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Let's go now. Head the street. Head the street. Go.
On second down, here's Hull. And he is going to lose yardage here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A run here with Hull. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
Shelling through the defense. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and a yard. And they'll run with Hull. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Hull, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Let's go.
To throw is Moore on 1st and 10.
And here's Freiermuth again.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches